Alright, so in this equation, I have 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 over 9 to the power of x is equal to 81. So, to solve this, I'm going to first write 9 as 3 squared. So I get 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 over 3 squared to the power of x is equal to 81. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 2 times x, so 3 to the power of 2x, is equal to 81. I'm going to rewrite as 3 to the power of 4. So now notice how I have everything in the base of 3. So this is going to make it much easier to solve. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m over a to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m minus n. So 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 over 3 to the power of 2x is going to equal 3 to the power of x to the power of 3 minus 2x, which is equal to 3 to the power of 4. And now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m is equal to a to the power of n, this means that m is equal to n. So x to the power of 3 minus 2x is equal to 4. And now if I subtract 4 on both sides, I get x to the power of 3 minus 2x minus 4 is equal to 0. Now we have an equation here, and this isn't a regular quadratic equation because we have a power of 3 here, and we have a missing power of 2. We don't have the power of 2. So to actually solve an equation like this, what we have to do is we have to test out values, and then once we get a value that works out, we have to use that one value to find all the remaining values that are solutions to the equation. So let's first start out with 1. If x is equal to 1, then I get 1 to the power of 3 minus 2 times 1 minus 4, which does not equal 0. Now if x equals 2, I get 2 to the power of 3 minus 2 times 2 minus 4. 2 to the power of 3 is 8. 8 minus 2 times 2 is 4, and 4 minus 4 is 0. So this does equal 0. So 2 is a solution. To be more precise, x equals 2 is a solution, meaning x minus 2 is equal to 0. So now what we're going to do is we're going to divide x minus 2 with x to the power of 3 minus 2x minus 4. So I get x to the power of 3 minus 2x minus 4 over x minus 2. And to solve this, we're going to have to use synthetic division, and if you guys don't know what that is, I would recommend watching a YouTube video on it. So our coefficients of our numerator is 1, -2, and -4, and then we have a 2 over here. I'm going to bring down 1. 2 times 1 is 2. -2 plus 2 is 0. 2 times 0 sorry, I actually did something wrong. We should have a 0 in here because, remember, we have a power of 2. So because there's no power of 2 here, we just put a 0. Now, if we bring down 1, we get 2 times 1, which is 2. 0 plus 2 is 2. 2 times 2 is 4. -2 plus 4 is 2. And 2 times 2 is 4. -4 plus 4 is 0. So we have a remainder of 0, and we get x squared. Our coefficient is 1 plus 2x, coefficient is 2, plus 2 at the end. So I get x squared plus 2x plus 2 is equal to this. And this also means that x minus 2 times x squared plus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. So for this equation, I get x minus 2 is equal to 0, and x squared plus 2x plus 2 is equal to 0. For x minus 2 equals 0, x is obviously equal to 2, and we already got this solution before, so this is no surprise. Now for x squared plus 2x plus 2 equals 0, to solve this, we have to use the quadratic formula, which is -b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac all over 2a. So I get x is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 2 squared, which is 4, minus 4 times a, which is 1, times c, which is 2, all over 2a, so 2 times 1. And now this is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 minus a, which is negative 4, over 2, which is equal to negative 2 plus or minus the square root of 4 times negative 1 over 2, which is equal to negative 2 plus or minus 2i. Square root of negative 1 is the same thing as I, over 2, which is the same thing as negative 1 plus or minus I. So my three solutions to the equation are x equals 2, x is equal to negative 1 plus I, and x is equal to negative 1 minus I. Alright, so in this video, I'm going to solve the problem 9 to the power of 900 minus 9 to the power of 901. So to solve this, I'm going to first rewrite this as 9 to the power of 900 minus 9 to the power of 900 plus 1. And if I have something in the form a to the power of m plus n, this is equal to a to the power of m times a to the power of n. So now I get 9 to the power of 900 minus 9 to the power of 900 times 9 to the power of 1. Now if I factor out 9 to the power of 900, I get 9 to the power of 900 times 1 minus 9 to the power of 1, which is equal to 9 to the power of 900 times negative 8. Now this turns to 3 squared to the power of 900 times negative 8. And negative 8 I can rewrite as 2 to the power of 3, and I'm going to put the negative sign at the front. Now, if I have something in the form a to the power of m to the power of n, this is equal to a to the power of m times n. So it's going to turn into negative 3 to the power of 1800 times 2 to the power of 3. So this is the most I can simplify this, so this is my answer.